The Divide and Conquer flexible cooking system is one of the new product pieces for Kamado Joe for 2014, and it begins with the main rack. And this main rack sits right on top of the fire ring inside the Joe, and it's designed to hold quite a few different items. It starts out with your Halfmoon heat deflectors, and for low and slow cooking or baking or roasting, you set these heat deflectors right down here on the bottom, and what this does is it provides a total indirect cooking surface to your meat. It allows the heat to rise up around the edges and gives you an indirect surface so the meat does not burn. The next piece of the Divide and Conquer flexible cooking system is the accessory rack. It's an X-shaped rack that sits right in, and it fits right down on the tabs, and you can place this in above your heat deflectors if you like, and you can set a drip pan on that to collect drippings from whatever you're cooking. And then you've got the Halfmoon grills that can sit on the top rack just like this. And this creates an excellent surface for baking, roasting, slow smoking, or any other type of lower temperature cook that you might want to perform. With the split heat deflector that you have available in this cooking system, it gives you a perfect opportunity to set up two-zone cooking in your Kamado Joe. You use half of the heat deflector with the grill over that, and then the other half of the grill sits on the opposite side over the direct coals, where you can have high heat cooking going on here, and you've got a low temperature zone going here where you can keep things warm or keep things hot without burning them on the indirect side, while you can continue to grill on the direct side. You can also raise this grill to the elevated level to keep it even further away from the heat source to set up your two-zone cooking for hot and for indirect at the same time. Since the Kamado Joe grills have a fantastic capability of high temperature cooking, they also make excellent pizza ovens. And with the Divide and Conquer flexible cooking system, you can use the rack by itself with this accessory rack, and you can set your split heat deflector right on top of this rack in the center. And with the optional Kamado Joe pizza stone, you set that guy right on top here, and it gives you the ability to do really high temperature pizza cooks, and it keeps the pizza stone from getting hot enough to burn the bottom of the crust. It produces wonderfully cooked pizzas. If you would like to increase your grilling surface in the Kamado Joe with the Divide and Conquer flexible cooking system, you can install your Halfmoon grill grates right on top side of the rack. And then with the optional Kamado Joe grill extender rack, you can almost nearly double your grilling capacity. And just when you think doubling the capacity is great, you can install your Halfmoon racks on the bottom position, and then you could install an optional additional full cooking rack or two additional Halfmoon cooking racks, and on top of that add your Kamado Joe optional grill extender to go to nearly triple the regular cooking surface. Kamado Joe offers several other additional accessory items for this Divide and Conquer flexible cooking system. The first options are a cast iron Halfmoon grate for searing steaks or grilling on anything that you'd like to put some of those steakhouse quality grill marks on. They also offer a Halfmoon griddle, a cast iron griddle that is reversible. It's got ridges on one side and it's flat on the other side for searing or cooking anything that you would want to cook on a flat top. These cast iron options will further expand the abilities of the Divide and Conquer flexible cooking system. And last but not least, when talking about the Divide and Conquer flexible cooking system, one of my favorite options on this is the ability to lift this guy out. You can get some grill gloves, and while you're cooking, if you need to maintain your fire, or if you would like to add smoking wood chunks, you can simply get this guy by the edges here, by these risers, and lift the whole assembly out and set it aside on a place that's safe and have full access to your firebox. And then when you finish whatever modification you might want to make there, you just pick the whole system back up and set it right back in place. And that will wrap up our demo of the Divide and Conquer flexible cooking system. The flexible cooking system and all of its components and accessories are available on the Kamado Joe Classic and the Big Joe.